Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Who cares? Anyway, welcome to the Dragon Age Rise of the Kunari story arc once again. We find ourselves at the Inquisition headquarters, where after a much needed days of rest after the long travel from Redcliffe, the party finds itself with just a little bit of downtime. And our first scene will take us to the alchemy lab, where Jocelyn is currently
Jocelyn?
research. Jocelyn is currently research. Not Jacqueline. Even you messed up, Christine. Shut up. You go
No.
into the
No.
No.
My character's name is Jacqueline.
Why do you spell it that way then? Okay. Anyway,
It's spelled Jack, as you spell the name Jack, and Lynn. Lyn, dude. It's not that hard.
yeah. For whatever reason, on the picture that I have in my thing, I'm seeing it spelled Jocylln. Whatever. Our scene takes us to the alchemy lab, where she is currently using some new ingredients that she found on her last expedition to make some interesting potions and poisons. And she will receive a knock on the door.
Come on in.
Serena will go in the shop. Hello, Jacqueline.
Ah, Serena. What can I do for you?
I have something for you, actually. And she will drop a pouch on the table.
And how much did this cost you?
I gathered this, I think. Did I gather it? Or did I buy it? Brennan?
You bought one for 20 gold, and then the other stuff you found.
Okay.
Oh.
So there are 5 blood lotus, 5 elf fruits, and 5 spindlewoods.
I'll take out a pouch of 50 coins and hand them to you.
Huh.
Well, that should cover most of it. If not all of it. Anything else you need?
Yes, more gold.
For
the herbs.
I just handed you 50.
Yeah? Is that all?
Yeah?
Are you certain of that?
That should be. It costed you a little bit of work and 20 gold pieces, correct?
Well, I had to go and gather them in Redcliffe.
A little bit of work.
It wasn't a little bit of work. I had to go out and gather them.
Which I do on a daily basis.
But it's your job.
Yes, it is my job, and I do get paid for it. Albeit not that much, considering it's part of the Inquisition's works. All of us alchemists need to pitch in to gather our own supplies. So, more often than not, we're paying for most of it. Losing money on top of it.
Really now?
Well, considering a lot of those supplies are going into creating healing poultices and potions to go to the front lines, it can get exhausting just going out and finding the right amounts for the thousands of people out there.
Well, I went a long way out of my way to get this, though.
Well, then, I suggest talking to Priscilla, see if she can
Speaking of
figure
which,
something out.
Priscilla peeks her head in through the door, and she's like, my office is right next door. And I can
True.
hear all this squabbling. Serena, what did I say earlier? What did I say? I said
mm,
you would be compensated by the Inquisition. You would come to me or one of our other brokers, and we would pay you. Why are you extorting
oh,
my head alchemist?
I'm not extorting. I mean, I received the job from Jacqueline. I assumed that would be. Anyway,
She's just looking at you like,
Serena just shrugs.
Go ahead and keep the 50 gold. And go ahead and get whatever payment is normally given for the job.
Well, thank you. Um, by the way, did are you coming to the next expedition we're planning?
I heard no tell of an expedition.
Oh, mm, south of here with the place with some undead bears or something.
where you and I,
Oh,
Oh, you were
back
there?
down
yeah,
there.
me and Jacqueline were both there. We were the ones who originally reported back.
Was it just the two of you?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, are you okay?
Oh, we're fine. It's where I found these new strains of death root and a few different types of mushrooms.
Well, that's interesting. We'll have to talk about that if you're going to be making something special from them.
Well, they're most likely going to be poisons.
Yes.
And I'll walk back over to the desk I was working on those, pick up a sample of each and show them. Just go, these are what they look like, so if you spot them in the field, gather more.
I
I would
definitely
like to
will.
attend just so I can see if I can gather more. But one thing to know is that it might be an area that the breach reopened.
Yes, I was told a few things about this. Not enough information is known, honestly. That's why we're going to investigate.
Well,
But definitely, well, it might be dangerous at the moment, but I don't have any problem gathering them for you if I do see them.
yep. But
Well,
as I
if you
said,
want
I will
to
go with
tag
you.
along, though.
I will do that. Just tell me when we're leaving for it, and I will start getting my things ready.
Yes, I think it's going to be a couple of days. This is what the commander said, so
All the more
I
time
think,
to prepare,
yeah.
because we might be dealing with things from the Fade. That might be demons, that might be spirits.
Yes, I will be getting a few more people that I met during my travel.
Good. We will need more people.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hey,
There she is.
there she. Anyway, Jacqueline, apologies for earlier.
No problem.
I still don't know how this thing works. So anyway, and thanks for the work.
No problem.
One me. You're breaking up a little bit. Can you hear us?
That's a very good question.
Hello.
Well, for now. Priscilla waves you into another room, Serena.
Serena will follow in the room. Yeah, that was quite a blunder. Sorry.
It's all right. Just well, you know, she seems to be lost in thought for a moment.
Is there something wrong, Chris?
Nothing. It's just when Commander Cullen reported back from some of the scouts that came, it seems there is no rift opening, meaning it's something new we haven't seen yet.
Hmm.
Meaning, we may have someone trying to bring something in down there.
Okay, but that's out there in the field, in the open. Like, would it need to be someone there, or are they doing some remote summoning or whatever?
Southern Forest is quite vast. I wouldn't be surprised what's hiding in there.
Hmm.
And she says there may be someone there that you know.
That I know?
No, I don't really know him that well either.
Um.
He left the Inquisition before I joined.
Um. One of us, or
I'm an ex-Inquisitor member.
hmm. Should I ask?
You can ask the Inquisitor or one of the other higher-ups if you wish to inquire about the previous Inquisition member. As I've said, I don't have much information on him. And
Do you
Commander
have a
Cullen,
name?
his name was Solus.
Doesn't really ring a bell, but I'll ask around.
Of course.
I assume he's what, a sorcerer? He's a mage.
Yes, he is a mage.
Hmm. It's strange that a former inquisitor would want to. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, I suppose I can talk to Lyria about it. Maybe she has some more info or inside information, more like.
Indeed. And she hands you the 150 gold that she owes you.
Well, thank you.
There will be more on that if you choose to come on the expedition with us.
Oh, I already signed up for that.
Excellent. She gives a little smile, and then she winks at you and then closes her door.
Yeah.
Ooh, that big flirt.
Oh, no, it was an inside thing. Priscilla knows. Okay, I'll make my way throughout the cape to find Lyria, I suppose. So maybe you can intro her, see where's she's at, what's it doing, whatnot.
I believe, since it is the next day, how late did Lyria stay in bed with a hangover?
She stayed in bed pretty late. She probably didn't crawl out of bed till pretty much till late afternoon at the very least.
Yeah, I'll say it's around 3 o'clock.
And she is just absolutely miserable. Ugh. Never again. Ugh. As she looks down and notes that she's still in her clothes from yesterday, so nothing happened.
Was it as good for you as it was for me? No.
If she showed up, she would literally probably fall out of bed.
Nah, but you will hear a knock at the door.
And as she was right in the middle of changing, she grabs her robe and wraps it around herself before answering the door. Yes.
You actually see this woman at your door.
I'd hit that.
And she says, pardon me, High Inquisitor, but I heard that you might be sick or unwell today. I was wondering if I could come and offer some assistance with that. I'm quite skilled in that particular area.
If you can make my head stop feeling like it's splitting in half, I would be eternally grateful.
Okay. She will put both of her hands, one on one side, one on the other side of your head, and gently touch your forehead. And she will cast Cleanse. And she will roll a medicine check. And let's see if we can get this hangover solved here. Oh, yeah. So after she seems to do a little bit of magic. You definitely detect something, although it feels different. It feels like the magic doesn't seem to emanate directly from her. But she gently rests her hands on your head. She mumbles something in what sounds like Kunari, but she's mumbling it, so it's very difficult to discern. You can do a perception check to hear what she's saying if you want.
Yeah, might as well. And she knows cute lot, so.
Mm-hmm. DC 15.
So basically, she just has to not botch.
And it's a botch. No.
Yeah, no, I think she hears it.
Oh, very nice. She is doing a prayer to the old gods.
She kind of lifts her brow a little bit, but not say anything.
And your hangover is instantly cured. Your head is clear. You feel refreshed. If anything, you feel almost invigorated.
Well, thank you. I certainly appreciate that. Let me guess. Iron Bull sent you?
She, the right side of her mouth kind of quirks, and she says, well, yes, he was a bit worried that you would still be hungover. And since I am specialized at this type of ailment, and she kind of blinks a bit, and she says, he was quite the gentleman. He just merely was concerned.
Of course. I'll have to thank him later.
Of course. Will there be anything else you need, High Inquisitor?
No, that's all. Thank you.
She gives a polite little bow, and she then leaves.
At which point, Lyria would finish getting dressed and head out to go find Bull, because she needs to thank him for that.
Will she be on her knees?
Ow.
I mean, really.
You know
I'm sorry,
me.
who's bending over?
I didn't say anything about bending over.
I heard knees were involved. That usually entitles bending over for something.
Or squatting.
Or facing forward. Anyway. All right, so you leave your room to head down. Is there anyone else that would like to make another declaration just with another character before I bring in some more NPCs here and have interaction?
That's for you,
Jacqueline's
Larry.
wondering when she's going to get her pet.
Going downstairs with Charlie to look about work.
Alrighty. So I will go ahead and have Jacqueline, remember that mission that you were going to take on after the expedition? The one involving the Babari?
I think so, yeah.
You already forgot? Okay. Yeah, there's going to be... the one I specifically gave you was there are some Mabari in the eastern village that might need some taming or whatnot.
Okay. Is that something to do in between now and the expedition back to...
Yes, you may.
Sweet. Anybody else need a pet?
Possibly.
What are the options?
Well, right now it's just rumors, but there might be a couple Mabari that are able to be trained.
Yeah, Babari is too big. I want something like a ferret or something. A squirrel. I want a squirrel.
Dire squirrel. Demonic shape-shifting dire squirrel. No. Augustus,
no, just
you
a
come
normal cute one.
Augustus, you come downstairs and you see that the bounty board has an expedition that's planned in a couple days, and it's paying 500 gold to each person on it.
Where do I sign up?
You see, hold on a moment. He says, I see you're going on the expedition as well, Augustus. Forgive me, I haven't introduced myself to you. I did speak briefly with you momentarily the other day, but and Jared, shut the fuck up when I say his name, Jarlaxle. Pleasure to meet you. I'm actually a friend of Porthos.
That speaks very badly of you.
Well, I know Porthos can have his moments, but between you and me, unbeknownst to many others, he's quite good at stealing, and he's quite good at sneaking. And he's also pretty darn good with that sword he has. He has his uses. You just have to get past the demeanor.
His best use is cleaning up after my wolf.
He kind of looks at you with a bit of a smile, and he says, "Yeah, you're the one who came from. You're the one who came from the east, aren't you?"
Indeed.
Looks you up and down. He says, "You're the one that needs some manners taught."
I don't think you were capable of teaching me anything.
You don't think so?
You certainly don't impress by your looks.
All right. Roll me a will save, please, Augustus. Just going to spend an arcane pool to do this.
I got 15 plus 3 is 18.
Let's see, with an arcane pool expenditure, that actually still does not beat it. He looks you in the eye with both of his eyes, and you notice that his left eye is actually not there, but he doesn't wear an eye patch over it. It's just not there. Like his socket is just kind of resting, but he tilts his hat so that it specifically covers the eye. And he tilts it up just a little bit and looks at you with both eyes and hits you with hold person.
At this point, he gets attacked by the wolf.
Are you sure?
Exceedingly.
The wolf sits and does not attack.
This is a pure breed direwolf that is entirely loyal to me. And it gets resistant.
Yeah. He is perfectly loyal to you. He is not moving. And you can't really look at him because you've got a held person, but you do see him out of the corner of your eye sitting down with his ears up looking at Jarlaxle.
My wolf is very sensitive to these things.
And you can feel him. He's close enough to your leg that you can feel him kind of vibrating a bit.
Will it save for the wolf?
Your wolf did not get a chance to save from this.
His will save is better than mine.
I know. But he's not going to beat a crit. That's the problem. That's why I had you roll. Because you had a chance. The wolf did not.
What did you roll for the crit?
Oh, the critical? 20 plus 15.
No,
I
I can't
don't.
beat that.
Yeah. He sits there and looks at you for a moment. And he's like, well, I'm all ears. Tell me how I can't teach you a lesson from this view. Of course, you can't talk at this point.
Mhm.
so it comes out like... You can move your eyes, though. That's about the only thing you can move.
He's definitely getting the evil eye.
I mean, if you like, you could have the wolf sit out, and I will not use any magic, and we can do this mano-y-mano.
Still can't speak.
He kind of lowers his hand down in front of your head, and now you can at least nod or shake your head.
Says the one that doesn't respond.
So you were challenging me?
Of course. A duel to first blood.
I accept.
Okay. Remember, this is a duel to first blood, not to the death. I would hate to have myself die or you die in service of the Inquisition. They would probably throw a fit at whoever survives, and probably, well, the fate would be the same as the opponent.
How far away from me are you?
He is 10 feet away. You are still held, by the way. So do you accept the challenge?
Yes.
Okay. He'll back up slowly and like just literally just walk all the way to the practice ring before the whole person wears off.
Walking into the practice ring.
Okay.
I have
This
to
will be a
carry heal outside.
This will be a duel to first blood. First hit to do damage.
Initiative.
So, initiative time. You'll definitely surprise him on this one.
So 1 sec.
Gotta love those natural ones. So you just barely beat him. It is your turn. You may attack.
Charge in.
Okay.
Using quick draw and power attack.
All right. So power attack is -3.
Negated by my challenge.
The lunge is only 2. So it's
Right.
actually -1.
Not doing the lunge.
What did you say? I couldn't hear you.
Charge with
Yeah,
quick
charging.
draw.
So 2.
Quick draw. With quick draw and power attack.
Okay. Am I missing something here? Is quick draw give you a bonus or something? I don't think it does. It lets you draw your weapon as a free action.
That's right.
Yeah, so you're getting a -1.
From
You're doing power attack. That's a minus
Yeah.
3, but you're getting a plus 2 from the charge. So it's a minus 1.
+3 from Roland's challenge.
Okay, so you are using your challenge then.
Well, you did challenge me
Okay. Roll the hit.
on a +2.
Yeah.
$16 and 2 is 18. Crit.
That is indeed a hit.
Crit.
It is an 11. How is that a crit?
Oh, sorry, that was 18. Never mind.
Yeah, no one gets down that low, my friend. Lowest you can go is 12. So let's see if he can actually do this. Hmm.
24
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, he'll just he'll take it. Doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would think to him, but he does indeed suffer first blood.
So I'll sheathe my sword. As the duel is over, yes.
He gives a little bow, and he just stands there in the ring, saying nothing.
Bowing and walking back to my wolf.
Yeah, you notice that when you cut him, it really just didn't seem to do as much damage as you thought it would. But, and he's sitting, he was actually, now he's just standing there with his arms folded behind his back, just watching you leave.
So, back to the poster. Who do I need to find to sign up?
Talk with either Commander Cullen or Priscilla.
I'll go look for Priscilla.
Okie dokie. Yes, I guess this.
I am looking to sign up for the expedition you have going.
Good. She has you sign your name on a contract. And then she says, Augustus, out of curiosity, when you came back,
Mm-hmm.
Redcliffe, was everything all right? You spent about, you didn't even come down to mess hall that night. What happened?
I was recuperating from my injuries.
I see. All right. Very well. It will be good to have you on this expedition. Just remember that we are a co-op. Remember that you do have allies amongst our group.
It would be nice if they'd show up from time to time.
She kind of tilts her head at you and looks at you kind of confusingly. And you show up all the time.
Of course.
You're 100% perfect.
Yes, entirely.
She raises an eyebrow.
You will not find me wanting.
Mm-hmm. She says, perfection does not exist. Only the strive for perfection exists.
In defending my allies, I am perfect.
We will see, won't we? You're dismissed. I look forward to it.
We shall meet soon.
She nods. Goes back
Nodding
to
and-
signing some paperwork.
Nodding and leaving the room.
We leave the room and we will go to another person, which I believe Lyria has something to do.
Yes, she was going to find Bull. So she would ask around and see where the most likely place to find him is.
Actually, you can find him in the training yard, down on the lower levels. He's more down on the squire kind of area, and he seems to be sparring with another person. She looks kind of like this. I'll go ahead and show you her picture here. So Iron Bull is sparring with a very tall woman who looks like, I can never find her picture. That. It is great. It is great sword versus great axe.
My
Lyria
money's
would
on
just-
Iron Bowl.
She would just lean against the wall and watch for a bit.
The fight is actually rather impressive. Both combatants knowing exactly what they do, and because both combatants have a ridiculous amount of strength, each time their weapons clash, it's almost as if you can feel the waves coming from over where you are. Iron Bull is typically doesn't wear much armor when he goes into battle, obviously, and he relies more on the brute kind of style. And on the other hand, his opponent is actually wearing full plate armor and is moving just as fast as he is, if not faster. And I'll go ahead and roll and see what happens in the fight here. Because as you look, it looks pretty darn close, neck and neck, throughout most of the fight. And one more for the finisher. Ooh, yeah. So the next volley comes up. Iron Bull jumps up, spins his great axe, and smashes the pommel of the great axe into her gut and knocks her over. And then he goes to do an overhand swing, and he misses as she rolls out of the way. She then spins up, and they trade a few more blows. And Iron Bull knocks her down again, and then almost looks like he's about to get the coup de grace. But she slides under his legs because he has too wide of a stance, which is crazy considering how tall and big she is in the armor. She slides through like a snake, comes around, and just nails him, like kicks his butt, basically. Boom, forward, out of the ring, into the dirt, just bam. And he goes about a good 20 feet flying. And she's like, I guess that's 2 to 3 for me. Yes, that was pretty good. Damn. I'm actually feeling somewhat, I actually feel somewhat low on the pecking order now that there are such good fighters in the Inquisition. We shall have to do this again sometime. And she's like, of course, Bull. And she gives a bow that you haven't seen recently. Is she puts one fist to the open palm, and then she bows halfway, and then exits the circle and leaves. Ah, Inquisitor, there you are.
Yeah. Thank you for sending someone up to take care of that little headache of mine. Well, wasn't a little headache at all.
Oh, yes. Well, I figured it was your first time getting that. What is the word Varric uses? Inebriated?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Iron Bowl says hammered.
Hammer time.
Yeah.
Hammered, inebriated, wasted, completely effed. as it were.
Yeah, it was. I can't say I ever drank that much before in my life.
Well, what did you think? Like I said, I was worried. It just typically the first time is definitely the roughest time for all of us. But
As my mind goes, dirty, dirty places.
Yours isn't the only one.
Hey now.
We're
I
a
feel
bevy of
personally attacked.
dirty minds here.
it was just I felt it was proper.
Well,
She is
thank
quite good
you.
at healing those kind of ailments. To be honest, ever since she came along with the Inquisition and some of our other experts came along, it's nice. I can drink all day without without getting hammered. I almost feel like I'm cheating.
Just a little bit, maybe.
But you are feeling well, yes?
Yes, I feel much better. Almost invigorated.
That is good to hear. And he kind of like looks like he's going to say something, and then he's like, and then he starts going a little red.
She raises an eyebrow.
What? Nothing. I said nothing.
As her hands go to her hips. Really?
I was wondering, since the new Inquisition has been formed and we've reestablished ourselves, I haven't gotten to see a lot of activity here, as some of my duties have been training and a few other things, and I would very much like to go out and go on another expedition, so to speak. I was wondering, this expedition that Cullen will not let me go on, and he smacks his fist down on his side, I was wondering if I could go along with you on this next one that you're going on, to go and investigate the deep woods in south.
Of course.
Yay, we're getting Iron Bowl.
Excellent. I am overjoyed.
It's always good to have a strong warrior along with us.
He turns
I don't know, she's
slightly.
being flirty though.
he turns slightly redder at that. Would you roll me 1d20 plus a bluff, diplomacy, or flat charisma modifier?
Oh boy.
She casts. God damn it, Christine. Oh yeah. He seems when you give him a compliment of his prowess, he is very. He takes quite a bit of pride in that, and he seems to be very happy. If this was game terms, it would say Iron Bull approves. Iron Bull will remember that.
Probably greatly approves, actually.
Greatly approves. Relationship status increased. And he says, I would be honored, Inquisitor.
So.
Does Iron Bull want a Mabari?
To ride in battle, maybe.
Mabari aren't that big.
I don't think I'll be drinking that heavily again, but I would love to join you for another drink sometime.
He goes a little bit redder, and he would say, of course. I would most appreciate that. And he says, I look forward to going. I'm sorry, I didn't say that right. I look forward to to aiding you on this expedition. It should be fun. The the last time we went out, I saw a dragon. And I wanted to fight it, but we couldn't find it.
How odd.
I mean, sometimes it's just not fair. Dragons just fly away. They're like, no, we're not going to fight you today. And I'm like, why? Why? And then the Inquisitor looked at me like I was insane.
My brother does that from time to time.
I know, I suggested we go fight it, and he's like, And I'm like, come on, what's the worst that could happen? And then he looked at me like I was crazy again.
Father always did say I was the braver one of the two of us.
Perhaps. Although I did see that man face down a horde of 20 demons by himself, and that was quite impressive.
Indeed. I don't think he ever would have done that back home.
I mean, I helped. A little.
I'm sure you did.
Well, there were a lot of rocks falling on me at the time, and, it's difficult to fight when you've got rocks falling on you.
I imagine it would be.
It makes the fight very annoying. And he, what do I have on a sheet? Yes, that's right. He looks up at you, and he says, so,
Probably
would you
looking
mind-
down. Very down.
Yeah,
I mean,
very down.
Technically, she doesn't even need to bend.
4'11" Inquisitor.
Wow, you're short.
Uh-huh. She tiny.
She had
Skedaddle.
the perfect height, the bull things.
I point a wand at Ceres, and no, not Ceres. That's Serena, and I say, skedaddle, skedoodle, your dick is now a doodle. No.
I don't have a dick.
You do now.
And you know what? It's just constantly flaccid. You have no way of getting it up. Because
I'd
it's
find
just
a
the
way.
dick. You don't have the testes with it.
I'd find a way.
Okay. He looks, and he's kind of looking at you. He's kind of looking you square in the eye, and looks like he wants to ask you something, but he's just kind of red at this point.
She would nudge him a little bit. Come on. What do you want to say?
Well, I feel like if I'm going to be working alongside you, I've known a little bit about your intentions and what you do here and how you are, but I wanted to know a bit more about where you came from. The Inquisitor is kind of a shut mouth on that.
Yes, he was always a little tight-lipped around people who weren't members of the clan.
Indeed. Are you one of what I believe that one over there who walked away not too long ago calls one of the true?
No, we're not Elven. As far as we knew until very recently, everyone thought they were gone forever.
I see. And where do you hail from then?
Shit, where's Clan Llewellyn from?
You're a Dalish elf?
The Free Marches. Though we did travel quite a bit. And yes, she's from the same clan as the Canon Inquisitor.
Okay.
We mostly stayed in the Free Marches, but we traveled a lot.
Yes, He did mention that a little bit. Is your relation with your clan okay? I know that there are a few among us here at the Inquisition that come from similar ties as you do that are not very held in high respects by their family or clan.
Oh yes, I still share a rather strong bond with my clan. I mean, I've only really just come into my own, so I
And
assume that was why my brother sent for me.
And already this powerful. I would hate to see you when you start getting massive amounts of experience.
That's a bit fourth wall breaking there.
No pun intended.
Well, you gain experience in real life too, dude.
Exactly.
Just not in numbers.
There's actually an app for that.
And out of
Oh,
character,
God.
Believe it or not, it's
Out-
called Level Up Life, and you can create your own achievements. for it.
Nerd.
out of
Hey,
out,
I'm a
It could be
gamer.
helpful.
This
Look,
is what
this
I
would be
do.
helpful for me to adult properly.
out
I
of
need
out,
to
out
look
of character. Out of character to answer Katya's von Essen's question. I need to watch him more in video so I can actually get his character down. I wouldn't do him justice if I started to play him right now.
Okay.
He's kind of laid back.
Yeah, he's very
and,
laid back, very chill.
he does value strength. But he looks at someone as an individual instead of like what their title is or
I'll definitely watch some vids on him to get a little feel for him. I just can't remember too much about him.
And sadly you can't do his voice inflection
Oh geez,
just to get it just right.
So that will be all that Iron Bull really has to say at that point. Unless you wish to keep repeating that dialogue option over and over in the game.
No, thank you.
But in any case, I need to finally catch her somewhere. So it's good that she's there with the bull because I've been looking all over.
You will certainly catch her with the bull. Not in that way, but yes, you'll catch her with the bull. You know what I mean. Shut up.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There,
Yeah,
there was
let's
one
not
point
go
that
through
Bull
that
said something. I was just
scene.
like, I keep my mouth shut.
Okay, so I will approach them.
Ah, Serena. Good day.
Bull, good to see you. Lyria, I've been looking all over the place for you. Where have you been?
In my room, sleeping.
Oh, is everything alright with you?
I may have imbibed a little too much last night.
Oh, I see. Did you hang out with a dwarf or something?
I hung out with Varric and this
Okay.
big lug.
Okay. I see now. Anyway, need to talk to you about the expedition we're going with Commander Cullen.
Of course.
You are coming, I assume.
Oh, of course. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
As am I.
Well, good. From what I'm hearing, we're going to need backup.
I believe Colin is actually doing a full-on expedition of 10. And it will be 2 groups, 5 and 5 each, from what I hear.
Well, I guess we'll know more the closer we get to the departure. But please, Bull, do excuse us. There are some things that I would like to discuss with Inquisitor.
Of course. And he excuses himself.
Oh no, we'll excuse ourselves. We'll just walk to the battlements or something. What happened?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Jared fell off the grid.
Uh-oh,
What a
Scadio.
glitch. What a glitch. That happened to me in Inquisition, by the way. Anyway, let's walk towards the battlements.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Come on, not yet, not yet, not yet. God damn it. Damn it, Brandon. Anyway, back in character. Damn it, Brandon. Stop.
Oh, he's not gonna stop. You just gotta ignore him and keep on going.
I can't because I'm laughing. Anyway. Alright. So,
You can
Oh
do
god
this.
damn it.
I got some information from Priscilla about what might be going on there.
Okay.
And this rifts or whatever, it might be caused by a former member of the Inquisition. And I was wondering if your brother had told you anything about that individual. The one named Solus, I believe.
Oh god damn it, why? Stop that.
Brandon, stop it!
Stop that, you're distracting.
I'll put a neutral picture. There we go.
Ah.
Look at that sexy tree. It has a boner.
Mhm.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
I can't take you guys seriously. I just can't.
Well,
Wait,
nobody asked you
wait.
to.
You tried to take them seriously?
They're
Never
not-
take bots seriously.
They aren't this bad in my vampire game. They're really not.
Oh, when bots in control, it gets weird.
To be fair,
quick.
to be fair though, I haven't really had a chance yet to do crazy stuff, but it'll happen, Shayna.
It will.
I mean, yeah, we have a hot date in the days to come.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you two stick. You two can do that. I'll be over here.
Okay, yeah, can we? Yeah.
Yes. Back in character.
Calm yourself.
Yeah, it's time for Lyria to reply.
Yes, I think I remember my brother mentioning something about him in his letters. Though later he did call him something else that I'm not sure if I can believe.
You can tell me.
How much do you know about the gods of the Elven Pantheon?
Brandon, how much do I know?
A knowledge religion or 1d20.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I was gonna say knowledge, religion, or
Yeah.
since you
what
can't
is
use the knowledge.
History. History
Or
would be another
history.
one.
Religion or history, yeah.
If not, just a general intelligence check.
Yeah, but I don't see where
At
I
a
see
higher DC.
Yes,
If
plus
it's not
2
a-
to the DC.
Yeah. If it's not on your
God
skill list,
damn
then you don't have it. So
Brandon.
that's gonna be
I'm a fucking half elf. I should know about this shit.
Maybe
Not necessarily.
not if you were raised
Alistair
in the
didn't know
streets.
anything about his
Exactly.
elven heritage.
Alistair knew nothing.
Okay, so what do I roll?
roll 1d20. DC is going to be 18.
Ooh. Well, intelligence doesn't give me anything anyway, so. And
Yep,
I have to get 18.
Yep.
God damn it, dude. You're fucking shitting me. I'm a
Watch it.
fucking half
Crit.
elf.
Crit. Oh no.
Oh no, you
God,
know
I
nothing.
hate you.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
But she's
Well-
not Jon Snow.
I'm gonna remove my fucking jacket.
All sexy like.
Okay.
I will be right back. Go ahead and continue the scene.
To be honest with you, not too much.
That's fine.
I would know the
There
word
were-
in Elvish, though, right? I would know what it means.
Yeah. He called him Fenharel,
Mm-hmm.
the Dread Wolf.
Yes, Well, you'll have to give me a short tutorial thing of what that is, because while I understand the word, I have no idea what it refers to. I wasn't.
It was said that Fen'Harel tricked the other elven gods into being locked away. If what my brother tells me is true, then this Solus is a little god walking on our plane.
Okay, that is disturbing on the one hand, but also I I mean it's hard to believe something like this. Seems like a bit of a stretch. Like, could it be just a delusion of the man and he's just happens to be a powerful mage or something like that?
From what my brother said, he did things that we've never seen a mage do.
Okay, so
And
that
if what my brother tells me is true, once upon a time, there was no separation between the Fade and our world.
hold on.
The
Is
veil didn't exist.
is that what he's trying to do? Is that could that be related to what's happening in the woods out there?
My brother didn't tell me much about whatever this plan is, but
Oh, this is confusing. Do we at least know about how the rifts came to be? How is he connected with that? Is
apparently, to stop them from enslaving the other elves, this Solus, Fen'Harel, put up the veil between the Fade and our world, locking the other gods behind it.
okay, so
But it also took elven immortality and the inherent magic that every elf once possessed.
are you saying that he's i- if we assume that it is him, so what is he trying to do? Get these things back or get the other gods free or something? What will happen if he destroys the veil?
My guess is it would destroy the world as we know it.
Why would he want that? This doesn't make any sense.
I guess when you've lived as long as someone like him, you have your own way of thinking about things.
I still the fate of the world can just determined but by one person. It's terribly unfair. Mm.
If
Well,
that one person happens to be too powerful for any of us to stop, and if he really is a god, then how are we going to stop him?
I assume convincing him not to do it is out of the question.
It's always a possibility.
Well, let's hope. Actually, let's hope that this isn't true. But at this point,
Yes.
we can't rule it out, and we have to assume the worst.
Indeed.
I guess there's no question about whether or not we'll be needing you in that expedition. It's certain.
I guess not. I would have come either way, but
Good to know that you'll be there. Put my mind a bit more at ease.
oh, I'm not all that helpful, but after all, I'm still learning.
Well, you've shown great potential so far.
As have you. From what I've heard, anyway, I haven't gotten to see you fight, but
Well, if you would see me, I wouldn't be doing such a good job, would I?
very true.
Serena.
Yes.
Sakanode Teletoki no
There it is again. Lyria,
Yes.
there might also be another matter. I cannot be certain, but there is a possibility that there might be another blight on the horizon.
Oh, lovely. Just what we need. Gods and, well, more gods. Ah, well.
Just hope it doesn't get too bad. And you see her, like, rubbing her temples.
Lyria would reach out and take her hand. We'll get this figured out. Don't worry.
Well, sometimes it can be a bit distracting because I'm hearing them.
That's interesting. Though I suppose, from what I've heard, all Grey Wardens can, yes?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, that's the reason we take the oath after all.
well, we'll get this figured out. Don't worry.
Better sooner than later. By the way, from where we are, do we see Augustus anywhere? Is he still in the...
Last I heard, Augustus was doing some stuff with the just in the hall. But if he wants to
Oh,
go out
yeah,
and do some training,
he
you
was
might
with
see him out in
Priscilla, I
the.
think. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he went and
I'd be
talked to Priscilla.
practicing in the training yard.
There will be something that will happen. Actually, there will be a fight that you two can witness here in a moment.
Okay.
Augustus, you see someone come out, and they aren't quite like anyone else you've seen around here.
Mm-hmm.
Because they look something like that.
Nice.
And this man comes walking out in this getup, and that is not a katana he's actually got a naginata.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks out. If you're tired of hitting at air and dummies, perhaps a live opponent would suit you.
Is that a challenge, my strangely dressed friend?
Do you wish it to be a challenge?
Certainly.
All right. Then a challenge it shall be. And he tosses you a practice katana, and then he picks out the practice naginata, which he was carrying on his back, and sets his real naginata aside.
I leave my real katana in the sheath and offer
Alrighty.
Charlie to heal.
And roll initiative.
And roll initiative.
At which
Someone
point,
needs to fix their chair.
Oh, that's Alice.
Lyria would
Hear your chair.
kind of nudge Serena, be like, "Check this out."
It's not my fault. Your dad switched out the new chair for this one.
That's interesting. Wanna
All
go
right.
watch?
That's an old chair.
Sure, let's go. It should be interesting.
So Ken will spring forward and do an overhanded chop, and he
Mhm.
will go ahead and use.
I have 23 AC.
Yep. Warrior's Challenge. Wait, he gets a. Oh, okay. Ouch! I didn't realize he gets that big of a bonus. All right, let's do this.
Oh, he gets a big boner.
Oh, you don't even know. And just to be clear, both combatants have challenged. Yes, we are in
Yes.
agreement. Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh boy. Damn, that is rough, dude.
Run
That's
away.
horrific.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna be ridiculous. I'm really sorry. Hold on a moment. Oh man. All right, so let's do this. First attack. $37 to your AC. I believe that hits.
Plus 24.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
he gets +9 from challenge,
Go for it.
and he's already got a +15. All right, so he did not crit.
Thankfully.
So this will be a normal attack. This is not a power attack either, so it's just flat.
Mm-hmm.
So you will take 15 damage as he springs forward and wields his naginata with surprising speed and just clobbers you right on the shoulder. Your move. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. What am I saying? You guys are both fighters. He gets a second attack.
Mm-hmm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe your challenge bonus does apply to your second attack as well. I think it applies during the whole fight. Yes, it does. So both of you will get your challenge bonuses on both your first and second attacks and third attacks if you have them.
Mm-hmm.
So he will do his next attack. Uh, 33. So he hits you again for 13 damage. And you do still reduce this because these are practice weapons and obviously blunt damage. So your damage reduction does indeed count.
28 minus 6 is 22. So 28. My attack?
Go ahead and do your attacks.
The first one will be a power attack. So I got a +2.
That hits.
And crits.
You got to roll to confirm.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, I always have. I do the roll to confirm just because there's feats for it now. That's definitely a confirm. That is a crit. And you'll be happy to know he does not get damage reduction.
$24 damage.
Nice.
Sorry, that's a mistake.
much did he take?
28 over there. 2d8 plus 10. I didn't get the power attack, so 36. 36
Okay.
damage.
Okie dokie.
Second attack.
That is a miss. He manages to kind of block you on that one.
I think 36 for the first attack puts me up by a lot.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. So I guess he will do first verse same as the first, and he'll roll power attack. So that's 6 on 6, 21. That is definitely a hit.
Mm-hmm.
So he will do 21 damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
So now he will roll his second attack. .33, he hits you.
Right. Why did you roll higher for the second attack?
He rolled 21 to hit on the first attack, and then 16 to hit.
Your bonus is higher.
No. First attack, he rolled 15 plus 21. Second attack, he rolled 17 plus 16.
Mm-hmm. 15 damage.
15 damage.
My turn.
First verse, same as the first, I take it.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Challenge plus 3.
That hits.
Power attack, that's plus 11. Fourteen damage. Second attack.
That'll hit again. Same exact roll. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. For 6 damage. Okie dokie. And now it's his turn again. Roar!
How much health have you got left?
53.
I'm on 98 for me.
So let's see here. .28 to hit. Yeah, it hits. .8 plus 13. 21 damage.
Ouch.
And he'll roll again. That's got to roll to confirm that one.
That's a fail.
Yep, he does not crit. .17 damage.
Right, both attacks are going power.
Yeah, I figured. Oh boy. Depending upon how this goes, this is going to be a close one. Yeah, that's a hit.
And a crit.
Roll to
Be
confirm.
Dobby and Alistair.
It's literally like Davy and Alistair fighting at this point. That confirms. You're doing real good on those confirms. It's a shame you can't get those on the other one.
Finish
roll
him.
damage. Finish him.
My power attack is 12, 20,
Fatality.
22.
Remember, it's double. It's double the damage dice, not double your bonus. Your bonus stays the same.
That's a lame crit. 5 and 6. 15 damage.
15. All right.
Second attack.
Yep.
And actually, that's not quite correct. It doubles your weapon damage plus strength modifier.
Oh yes. Okay, that is a miss.
In that case, you take an extra 5 damage.
Yep, I'll add that in. Okay. So now he will roll
Wait, how much have you got left?
33.
In that case, you better surrender.
He's gonna go until knockout.
As you wish.
It's a botch. Miss. He was a little bit shaken from that. 27 will hit, though. $21 damage.
Take 18. My turn. Hit.
That'll hit.
That was a power attack.
Mm-hmm.
19 damage. Second attack.
That hits.
And crits.
That is exactly 0.
That's good.
You clobber him. Down he goes. KO'd.
Wait, one crit damage.
You have won the fight.
30 damage.
If he tries to go past when the other guy goes down, Lyria would step in.
Practice swords.
Well, we'll see what he does. You strike him across the temple, and even though he's wearing a helmet, he goes down.
I know
see.
that feeling.
This was
salute him with-
interesting to watch.
I salute him with the practice sword.
Yeah, that was one hell of a good fight. But a lower crit range and damage reduction prevails over raw damage.
I had 48 wounds left.
Yeah, so you were below half, so you're bloodied.
That's why I salute him.
Yeah, the fact that he wasn't using Flaming Katana with that extra D6 was helping a lot too. Yeah,
If I was
that would
using
have
that,
sucked.
if I was using that would have hurt viciously.
Oh yeah. Not to mention, then you have to roll every turn for Fortitude burn damage saves. That would not be fun.
Oh, that's
Um,
never fun.
And so yeah, he eventually kind of gets back up, and he picks up the sword and he gives you a bow and salutes. And you definitely see now, after fighting this guy, that he does indeed seem to have a lot similar armor to you. And he says, "Where do you hail from?"
Far east, in the land of Varizim.
Huh.
Or Varian. I forget the name. I haven't been there in years.
I thought I was the only one. Well, it is an honor to meet another.
Likewise, good sir.
let's do this again sometime. And he bows very, very politely.
Bowing slightly lower and backing off.
And he steps out very formally from the circle. And then he looks up and sees the Inquisitor and Serena watching and salutes and goes back inside, kind of shaking his head a bit since he just got clobbered there pretty hard.
Come on, Fanny.
Yeah, you notice that wound that he gave to your shoulder is like throbbing. You actually, if you look down at your right shoulder, right above the clavicle area, it is like just black. Like, ouch.
Ah,
Whew, that's gonna take a bit to heal.
that's a tender one.
Should have seen the other guy.
Oh no, that guy's probably got a few concussions in rapid fire.
Well, Lyria suggests we take Mr. Augustus to a healer. We're going to need him intact for the expedition.
I find your concern most touching.
I assume you're coming along, right?
Certainly.
Did someone say healing?
Yes, indeed.
You'll see this fellow walk on out in that get up.
Charlie ears perk up when he's growling at him.
Zach just looks down at the dog.
Wolf. Pure breed wolf, you
Wolf,
ignorant
yeah.
peasant.
I snap my fingers and your character bursts into flames. No, he looks down and it seems like he's just waiting. But he's
Lyria would actually kneel down and let the wolf sniff her.
Wolf kind of perks its ears up, tilts its head.
He finds Lyria very agreeable.
She smells familiar. More like home than most of the others here do.
Lyria is an elf,
Yep.
so very non-threatening to the wolf.
Very. Zach just kind of looks patiently. The wolf kind of looks at Zach, then looks back at you and just tilts its head.
I require your services, healer.
Of course. That is my specialty, after all.
I appear to have taken a minor injury to my shoulder. Have a look.
Yes, I believe you're the one that just fought Ken. As I was getting him on the way out, he looks over and he kind of looks you up and down. He says, "Ah, yes, should be easy enough." He claps his hands together, rubs them, holds them out, doesn't actually touch you, but just gets close.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Maker bless you." And heal. Let me roll his thing here. F it, he'll pop his max. He'll pop his full clerical thing. You heal 38 points of damage.
Oh, that's pretty good.
He says, "Oh." And for anyone that has knowledge arcane,
Arcana.
arcana, arcane, arcana, arcanicana,
What
knowledge,
tarot?
knowledge magic, knowledge magic stuff.
Actually, it'd be
Magic
spellcraft.
juju. Any magic juju?
Knowledge
To identify- To identify a spell, it's spellcraft. Knowledge Arcana covers things like dragons, demons.
It's the bestiary knowledge as opposed to the theory knowledge of magic.
Yes.
Rude.
Oh God, both of you nerds. Jesus. It's
Roll
good
spellcraft.
juju and bad juju, okay?
You know what? Fuck off. It's not my fault I know this game.
Roll a fucking check.
I've only played with bot for years in this game, so yeah.
Yeah, we know. I always forget sometimes.
19.
Probably because every time I run a game, no one ever freaking uses spellcraft. Alrighty.
Well, it's because we never want to identify spells. The only
Yeah.
time we do that is when we go to a fucking wizard in a town and identify shit.
So that was Lay on Hands max powered.
Wait.
Oh, he laid his hands on you.
Damn it! I want to use a not another D&D podcast reference here.
Is he a paladin?
He's a cleric.
He's a cleric, but I was going to do touch hands.
I'm sorry,
But-
that was actually his clerical healing maxed out. That was actually not Lay on Hands.
Channel energy.
Damn it!
Channel energy. I had
Which
I
normally-
had the sheet open, and I was looking at my paladin, and I was like, "Oh no, wait, he's the cleric. Wrong one."
And doesn't channel energy go through a holy symbol?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going anywhere. Come on.
You need to present your holy symbol.
And you notice that when he pulls back his hand, on the bottom of his arm is a strange-looking symbol. Knowledge religion, if anyone wants to.
I'm not there.
Nothing.
Don't have that.
Don't have it.
So I think religion is also intelligence.
Yeah, all the knowledges are just a general
Yeah.
intelligence.
Follows Cthulhu. No.
Oh, what the hell? Let's roll it.
Why not?
Oh no, nope, nope.
I got 11.
Shayna, you're like,
Herder.
I mean, to be fair, you know, she's
To
not
be fair.
religious, so
so you see him
I
kind of rub his,
Gods.
rubs his hands together, and he says, "Anything else, or anyone else require healing?"
I think he's the only one.
Well, excellent. Then I bid you a good day, and if you ever want medical supplies, healing potions, or etc., do please come to me. I am always willing to sell at discounted prices for the Inquisition.
How much would that be?
25% discount for all Inquisition.
That's reasonable.
It is very reasonable, and I sell the best. Out of
Well,
character,
without knowing the original price, I wouldn't know how much that is.
out of character. Basically, this guy is one of the lead medical officers at the Inquisition that you can buy health potions and whatnot from.
I
He's
hope
my
that
rival.
Expenses are fucking poisons.
Well, he's less of an alchemist, and he's more of a medic. Not to mention, remember, Jacqueline, that Serena has just as much alchemy experience as you.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I don't know why you gave me that shit.
Because you want to craft poisons, and I didn't give you craft poisons because for some reason it gave you craft alchemy, so I just gave you both, but poisons still didn't show up on your sheet for some reason.
That's
you have
because craft poison falls under craft alchemy.
And that's interesting because when I make it on the Hero Labs, it shows it as two different skills.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's just craft alchemy, and you can craft anything from poisons to
Mhm.
yada yada, bunch of other shit.
Basically,
Yeah.
you got to give them the special ability of poison use.
Yeah, she has the ability to craft poison and alchemy, so she's set.
Sweet.
Yeah, but I don't really use it much unless it's necessary. Because why waste time when I can just buy them, right?
Well, this saves you on money if you find the ingredients yourself.
Well, yeah, but how do I know what ingredients I need?
You have the experience.
You literally have the experience.
That's like Shayna coming
You
to
know
me.
what poisons you work with. You know what goes into them. That's
Like Shayna-
No, I don't. My character knows. I have no clue.
That's like Shayna coming to me and ask Brandon, "How do I cast Fireball?"
To be
I'm like,
fair, Lyria doesn't have fireball.
Oh yes, she has Frost Nova.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. My character knows. I have no idea. I'm like,
Yeah,
I have
she
magic
has,
missile,
She has,
so I'll be ready
Stone
for
of
darkness.
Cold, ice storm. She also has wall
yay,
blindness and
all
death.
your fancy pants fucking
He tells people to
skills
cool
and
off.
Whatever.
To be fair, she has draconic heritage, and it's
Indeed, and you are not the only one with draconic heritage
silver
here.
dragon. So,
Ooh, lovely.
Wait, you have silver draconic heritage?
hmm
Don't
So
they
does-
specialize in illusions? Or am I thinking of a different system?
That's a different dragon.
different dragon. Yeah.
Old dragons have the time slow breath sometimes.
Ah.
And Sans also has silver draconic heritage.
Hmm.
All right, so as he leaves on, the day passes somewhat more uneventfully, and I have a few declarations to make. First off, the next days will go by uneventfully, and I will give you all shopping downtime. Hold on a moment.
Or pet taming time?
Pet taming time, sure.
Or
Jared-
flirting time.
Jared, if you want to go ahead and skip that little thing I had for you, go ahead and use the war dog. Well, let's see. You had a full-on pet, so go ahead and use Warhound, the template on the Pathfinder wiki. Go ahead and use that template for
Okay.
now. I'll level that up when I can.
Alrighty.
So, after a few days' time, Colin will come to you, Serena.
Yes.
And he actually wants to talk to you about your profession and about your skill in alchemy. Suck it.
Presented.
Actually, he
Sorry.
pulls you into his office, and he sits you down, talks to you a little bit, and he says, "So today we go out pretty soon here in the next 4 hours. I wanted to ask you something before we head out, though.
Okay.
I hear that a lot like Jacqueline, you're skilled with alchemy, yes?
Somewhat, yes.
Well, I talked with Zach and a few of the other medical experts, and I wanted you to... I've talked with my friends about this and those at the Inquisition, but I need another professional opinion on this. And I want what I tell you to not leave this room."
Gotcha.
He takes off his right gauntlet, and he shows you
Wrong
his
thing to take off.
underarm. And normally, when you look at a person's wrist, you can see the blue veins that go around the wrist and whatnot. You're seeing red veins go all the way from his wrist down to his elbow. Now, this is not fuck, why am I forgetting the name? Lithium?
Lyrium.
Lyrium, sorry. This is not lyrium. You know that right off the bat. You know what lyrium infection looks like, and this is not it.
Mhm. Do I know what it is?
Roll me a... Actually, you've got a set modifier for this. Roll me 1d20 plus 5, please.
Seven.
This is something you haven't seen before, and you do kind of recognize it's similar to lyrium taint, but it's not lyrium. It actually feels somewhat warm to the touch.
Oh, so I can
It's,
patch it.
Yes.
Nice.
It doesn't like hurt you or anything. It doesn't like leap out and like attack anything. It just seems to be going through from his wrist to the bottom of his arm and kind of wrapped around. And he says, I know it can't be lyrium sickness. I've been off the stuff. I've been clean.
Yeah, it's
This
not.
this shouldn't be happening. What do you know what this is?
It's not lyrium. That much I know. As for what it is, I don't believe I've ever seen this before. What have the others told you about this? Does anyone recognize it?
Well, there was something similar seen in someone that we met in the Deep Roads, but it doesn't seem to be the, well,
I
similar. It
will.
doesn't
I
seem to
will
be the
need
same.
more details.
The dwarf we met in the Deep Roads did seem to have a similar condition to what I have. However, he was in pain. I am not.
Who was that dwarf you met there?
That's something you'll have to ask the Inquisitor. I never actually got his name.
Okay. Hmm. So when did this first appear?
About a week ago.
So it can't be related to. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. The Deep Roads.
No, not from that. Certainly wasn't that, unless it manifests in that long.
Is there anything out of the ordinary that has happened during this time? Something that.
Well, that's just the thing. It actually feels quite nice. It's warm to the touch. I'm not in pain, but it is creeping up my arm, and I don't want to know what happens when it hits my heart.
Um.
I mean, it could be just nothing, or maybe I could be suffering something that the Inquisitor suffered not too long ago.
mm.
I don't know.
Has
Everything's been so
anyone
chaotic.
has anyone gotten any samples of it?
I gave one to Zach and Pris. They are both examining it. And as much as I don't like it, Morgan is also taking a look at it. But it does seem to have some sort of energy flowing through it, although they are still all baffled on it. This last few weeks has been crazy, but
Well, it is strange that it would manifest out of the blue.
ironically, I just started noticing it when, and he goes kind of quiet and seems to look somewhat distant, when something happened. But enough about that. I'm sorry.
Uh,
I'm sorry to take up your time, Serena.
this might be related when what happened.
When we had someone who was our friend who is no longer our friend, so to speak.
I suspect I know of whom you speak.
Oh, you've been talking around with everyone, haven't you?
No, not with everyone.
Curse you. He mumbles under his breath and he's like, curse you, Lily.
I haven't actually spoken with Liliana about the matter.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. Oh, then who have you been speaking with? Never mind. That's none of my business.
Only two people, and two people that I trust.
Well,
So it's not common knowledge, if that's what worries you.
he lets out a deep breath. And he says, well, for now, it's nothing. But in the future, I may ask you and Jacqueline to take closer looks at it and make sure that it's not going to explode, as Varric suggested.
So you're not going to satisfy my curiosity.
Roll me 1d20 plus 6, please.
Well, he's not putting his dick in a box if that's what you're asking.
No! What exactly am I rolling?
Ooh, 1d20 plus 6, please.
Okay. Fuck.
Oh man, he botched. You know what that means.
21!
Colin will remember that. And he raises an eyebrow and just turns a slightly more shade of red. And he says, maybe not yet. Perhaps another time. Can your curiosity wait till then?
Well, this expedition is coming up, like, very, very shortly, and if what I'm told is true, then we may encounter there someone whom you probably know. And
We
I've
have
been trying to gather information about that.
We have taken that into account. If we do run into him, hopefully we can talk him down.
Well, just one question. Is there any chance of, if there's an altercation with him, is there a chance to actually do anything to him physically at all?
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to find out and I'll have to remain hidden. Well, thank you for the information. If I come up with any ideas about your condition, I will definitely let you know. And you don't have
Indeed.
to worry, I will not tell anyone about this.
Indeed. I will see you out on the battlements within the hour. And he
Great.
starts putting his gauntlet back on.
He also said he would see Jacqueline as well about this. You're not the only one to see it.
Yeah, he's obviously like worried about this because I mean,
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't
He's
you
a
be
former Templar.
Yeah.
Duh.
Dude, he was
Anyway.
broken after the tower incident during the Fifth Blight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, hold on.
I want to go and buy potions.
I know. Hold on a moment. Just switching to more of a neutral pick here.
Why? This sounds so nice. I mean,
You just wanted more anatomy lessons with Colin, didn't you?
well, to be fair, Bullet and I picked the best and cutest picture of Colin. It was a team effort.
Okay. So, guys, the 2 days before the expedition, I will allow buying downtime. For playing in this session and for going about your business, I'm giving everyone another 100 gold.
Sweet.
So for those of you that have gold and wish to buy potions or things, you may do so in this next downtime. Please PM them to me in Discord so I can actually see them and what you're getting and how much gold you're spending.
All right.
Is there a price list somewhere?
It's on the Pathfinder wiki. You can go under items and it will have all of the...
Oh, fuck.
I'll send you the link.
I have Google.
That's very, very lazy of you.
I said I have Google. Fuck.
Alrighty. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And